Hey, what's going on, guys? Battle Nations Emperor here, back today for another video. And today we are discussing the top 5 preparations to make for the boss rush. So, for anybody who doesn't know, it was recently announced on the Battle Nations official Discord that we are about to have a boss rush event. And what that means, at least for this first one, is for 1 week straight, every single boss is going to be on a 24-hour period cooldown. So even bosses like the Ancient Construct or the Sentinel, who can take anywhere from 3 days to a week or even longer, all of them will be respawning in 24-hour increments. So it's going to be a chance to rack up a bunch of resources and potentially get a few boss drops. But we're going to be talking about the best preparations to make. So if you're able to implement this before or even just early into this event, it's going to be pretty huge. Or even if you're watching this in the future, they're probably going to have more events like this in the future. Or if you're just about to take on a bunch of bosses in a really short period of time, this of course is just a good list for all of that. So of course, before we jump into today's video, if you need a guild, you are more than welcome to join the Empire, linked in the description down below, but more about that at the end of today's video. So let's go ahead and get it started with number 5, build up your refinement facilities. So if you don't have any, please try to get one. If you have 1 or 2, consider getting an additional 1 or maybe even 2. Basically, whatever you have, consider getting more unless you already have like a bunch, and then you are set. But this is legitimately first piece of advice, because something I don't think a lot of people are considering, a few players have, but I think there needs to be a little bit more discussion around, is we are about to be slammed with resources. Just the basic, the Ancient Construct, our first boss in the game, gives a guaranteed 20 gears and bars every victory. And we're going to be fighting this guy every single day. So even if you are completely drained, you have 0 gears and 0 bars right now, you're going to be getting 20 every single day. So within 5 days into this, if you spend none of them, you're already going to be maxed. And that's assuming you have 0 right now. And then again, that's assuming you don't take in on the Ancient Sentinel, which again is going to give you a 100% chance for another 20 to 35 gears and 25 to 30 bars. Insane. Not to mention the extra laurels and widgets, which are a little bit more easy to contain because they are in the single digits, but still, if you're high up, that is something else to consider. So we are about to have a whole bunch of resources. So please, if you haven't already, please consider building up a few more refinement facilities, just to make sure you can of course process all of these resources and make good use of them, because it is nothing more stressful than going into a Sentinel, but especially a construct fight. You fight this guy, you don't get a drop, but then you realize you only got paid golden widgets because you didn't account for maxed out bars and gears. That sucks when it happens. Don't want it to happen to any of you guys, so please just keep that in mind. Make as much use of the bars and gears as much. And heck, it doesn't even have to be through the refinement facility. That's just my, of course, take, because higher resources, you can get tier 4 resources. However, if you want to, of course, build up, more units, field agents for, bars just come to mind, any good vehicle for gears, and of course, anything else, of course. I would say for the Ironclad, for the Dreadnought, of course, and the Kraken, you might have to worry about teeth, but that's not really a concern. You don't really get up on teeth from either one of them. So really, this just goes back to bars and gears for, of course, both of the Ancients. Just keep that in mind. I would recommend building up a few more refinement facilities if you haven't already. But if you also want to just build up a few more troopers, just keep in mind we're about to get a bunch of resources. So that is the number 5 for this list. Moving on to number 2, we have your hospitals ready. This of course goes for your advanced hospitals and of course your advanced repair base. If you don't have those, perfectly fine. Just make sure you have your regular repair stuff ready. We are going to be burning through troops like crazy. A lot of us, I don't speak for everybody of course, but I know a lot of players, we have our good formation. We are ready to take on, any boss in the game with our formation. We fight the boss and then that entire formation goes down. Great, everything heals. Now it's time to get ready. Well, that's cool, but in this situation, we're going to be cycling through things a lot faster. So just a reminder, please try to have your hospital and repair bay ready. And if you have some nanopods lying around, consider investing in an advanced hospital and an advanced repair bay. Just in general, they're nice to have. And that takes us right into number 3, which is to have a schedule as best you can. I had this picture of Karen Winters pulled up just because I don't know why she seemed like somebody who'd be able to schedule, but this goes for several characters. Basically though, just make sure you have some planning. So in this, it is going to be on a 24-hour period, and That's going to be pretty cool. But also, you do have to pick what is the best 24-hour period for you. Maybe it's the morning, but the ancient construct isn't going to be an issue. Naval, it's a little bit more in the middle, and then Sentinel, you can still be a drag sometimes. Point being, all I'm trying to say, sorry about that, computer cut me off mid-speech, but as I was saying, all of this to say one thing. Pick the best time slot for you. Whatever best 24-hour time slot for you. Whether it be early in the morning, late in the evening after work or school, whatever time slot, maybe even something in between. Just keep in mind it's going to be a strict 24-hour time slot, assuming you're grinding this as hard as possible. And just assume you're probably going to have to push it back a little bit. We're all probably going to have to push it back to some extent, and that's perfectly fine. Whether it be resets on, the Sentinel, something else, or the depth charge on this Dreadnought. I freaking hate this guy's depth charge attack due to its RNG. But nevertheless, we're all going to have our reasonings with all kinds of different bosses. Give yourself a little bit of wiggle room. Pick the best 24-hour time slot available for you and try to stick your best to it. That would be my advice for number 3 for this list. So moving on right on to number 2, we have, in my opinion, have a alt plan laid out. So what does this mean? All of us have our army. For a lot of us, it is, a straight naval plan with it be, our boss drops. Maybe we're lucky with some ironclads or M10s. Maybe it's, the Sentinel and you're lucky with some snakes or, a nomad or whatever the sort. Basically, we all have our formations, and kind of as was alluded to, in number 4, we kind of are going to be stressed to the absolute limit on our armies. And of course, with boss strike, you can throw everything in the kitchen sink at it, but with bosses, you do need good units. And while I would love to have some of these units, especially these limited editions at the bottom, or these guys right here, we of course don't have that quite yet. So for this, just have some alt armies ready. For the ancient construct, it doesn't have to be your best. If you can throw out some tank killers, that will do the job. For your naval, if you have to do pelicans to take care of the Dreadnought, if it works, it works. Basically, your best army is probably going to go pretty quickly. That's fine. Put them in your advanced repairs. If you don't have advanced repairs, that's fine. Put them in whatever you got and just use alternate armies. Just keep in mind, we're probably going to be shredding through a lot, so if you're considering buying another M10 or, a few more mega tanks, whatever be it, definitely do. And if you have considered going to a few alt accounts, have something built up there, or if you don't even have an army ready, consider getting something ready for those as well. And finally, for number 1, consider getting lucky. Yeah, I got a cop out for number 1, but also seriously, we talked about this in the last video, and I won't go into all of the math I did in that video because we went into a little bit of math, but in short, I'll leave it to this. If you can just drop in and do the fights, finish them out, you're probably going to get a boss drop. If you do every single day, every single fight, you're mathematically likely to get a boss drop from this event. That's pretty freaking cool. Now, it's probably not going to be a Sentinel drop, and if you get a Sentinel drop, you're a very lucky person from this. Consider yourself extremely lucky, but you are very likely to get a naval drop or, of course, a construct drop. Either way, try to get lucky. I wish you guys the best of luck here. I hope you get extremely lucky with some Sentinel drops, naval drops, and heck, hope you get a few fragments as well. And yeah, guys, that will do it for today's video. Just wanted to make this quick top 5 because the past 2 top 5s absolutely blew up. They did amazing. Thank you guys very much if you checked both those videos out, or either one of them. Thank you very much. I'll have them linked in the description for this video as well. And yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching this video all the way through. I greatly appreciate if you made it here to the end. Please consider dropping a like down below, subscribing to the channel if you are new, commenting whatever you would like. Comment your prediction if you think you will be getting lucky for this boss rush, and then consider coming back and seeing if you were right. I believe all of you will be getting lucky if you fight for it every day. It's mathematically in your favor. And yeah, that will just about do it for us. Guys, if you need a guild, you are more than welcome to join the Empire, as stated earlier in this video. We have spots for everybody for every needs. Our flagship guild, EMP, got 9th place in the 2nd ever boss strike ever under Madrona, and we have brand new guilds accepting everybody. So no matter where you are in your Battle Nation journey, if you need a guild, we have a spot for you in the Empire. And yeah, guys, that will do it for us. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate the heck out of every single last one of you. We're probably just going to be, for this upcoming week, doing a lot more streams, having the Empire stream back, marathon. We have a lot of bosses to get through. I love streaming bosses, as is well known, and we have a huge opportunity to do that this upcoming week. So hope this video helps. Leave your own preparation comments down below. If I forgot anything, please let us know in the comments down below. Of course, anything down there, of course, respectful to anybody, Battle Nations related, anything goes down there. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and as always, have a great rest of your day. Extended outro, what should we do? Let's just go scroll. I like scrolling. Comment what we should do for these extended outros. I want to do some crazier stuff for you people who make it to the end. Don't tell anyone, you guys are my favorite. Have a good day.